Thank you for joining College Sitter Contact. We're excited to get you started with our team. Today we'll be going over your sitter orientation. An overview for today's orientation includes publishing your sitter's profile, discussing the dashboard and how to navigate each, website protocol, referral system, representing CSC and yourself, tips for before sitting and after, email communication, written text etiquette, and which documents to bring with you to orientation. Before we get started, please pull out your laptop and log in to collegesittercontact.com. Here, your campus manager has published your profile. To log in, please use your school email address or Gmail account you have created with us. Once we logged in, we will get started. Once we are logged in, the first thing you will see is your dashboard. The dashboard is broken into 5 sections: My Profile, Notifications, Reviews, Earnings, and Calendar. Each may be personalized using the right-hand side toolbar whenever desirable. The first part of the sitter account that you want to fill out is the My Profile. Now click on the Setting tab. It's in the right corner and looks like a screw. When filling out your current contact information, be sure to use your address you are currently living, not your permanent address in which you may want to use for your W-9 or maybe even your direct deposit form. When choosing your profile picture, be sure it shows your face clearly and that you are appropriately dressed. Some sitters like to use a child or pet in their picture, and that is totally fine, just no other people in the photo. In the About Me section, you want to give information about yourself such as hobbies, interests, where you are from, your college major, or clubs that you are involved with. For the qualification section, please include all of your childcare experience and highlight your strengths such as you like to cook, you're good at tutoring or homework, active play, and gifted with infants. Select all the age groups that you have experience with as well as certifications that you may have. Make sure you select only the boxes you are currently certified in. The training we give you in orientation does not give you certification, but many sitters choose to take online classes that give them certifications. Remember to click Save anytime you are updating your sitter profile. Some things to update are your address if you move over the summer, your year as you advance, and any additional qualifications that may help you stand out to others. The next section on your sitter account dashboard is the notifications. Think of this as your newsfeed or your activity log. You can click on each notification and it opens up as a duplicate of your text or email notifications. Now click on the welcome email. Notice it opens to a copy of the email. You will see how each one is labeled with a booking number. These booking numbers will be helpful for you when you need to communicate with your community manager about bookings. A booking is a babysitting gig or date. Now click on the Setting tab and make sure that both email and text notifications are turned on to show pink. Here you may select to have reminders. We recommend clicking the 24-hour tab and an additional 1, 2, or 3 hours before. The next part of your sitter account dashboard is the reviews. Here you can view if families have rated you and or left any comments. Click on the star rating to view any feedback that a parent has left for you. After you complete a booking, parents have the option to approve a booking and leave you a comment. We strongly recommend that sitters ask their families to approve their bookings and leave a review. This will help build your competitive edge to be selected by more families. If you are ever concerned about a rating you have received, please contact your community manager. A great place to remind the parents to leave a review is when you complete a booking. Write a comment for the parent to approve the booking. Example of a comment will be discussed later in the orientation. The next section, and perhaps your most important section, is your availability calendar. This is where you will add all your availability hours so parents can book with you. To add availability, click on the purple Add Availability button. Once clicked, it will open a screen to add in availability. Select a date off the calendar by clicking your cursor in the From field. If you have open availability for the same time each week, You can click on Repeat and select Weekly. Then select which days you have this availability for. Example: if you are available every Monday from 6 a.m. to noon, fill in the from and to fields for 6 a.m. and noon. Then select Repeat Weekly and select the M box. On the ending field, always put in an end date. When you get a booking request, you will receive a text message as well as a notification. When looking at your calendar, it will show as orange. Log into your account to accept as soon as possible. Click on the orange booking request and scroll down to the bottom where you will select the Accept button. You must leave a comment for the parents before accepting. Remember, this is the first of your first impressions. Be personable and sincere to the parent. This will help start building trust between you and the parent. An example would be, "Hello, I'm looking forward to playing with Bailey on Saturday. Thank you and I'll see you then." You must accept the booking within 24 hours, but it is best to accept immediately. This lets the parents know that you will be there, and it gives them your personal contact if they need to reach out to you prior to your booking. Completing the booking. The final step in the booking process is to complete it so that you will get paid for the hours you've worked. Adjust the start or end time to the quarter hour to reflect the actual booking times. If you are late to a booking, make sure you adjust the start time to when you actually arrived. Example: if you arrive at 6:10 a.m., adjust it to 6:15. Same thing with the end time. The end time should reflect when a parent arrived and you are done speaking about the booking. It should not be after your personal conversation. If the parents get home earlier or later than their original request, simply adjust the time. A perk of working with CSC is that we enforce a 2-hour paid minimum, which means you will always be paid for 2 hours even if the parent uses you for 1. Make a comment to your parents and include something personable about their children or a highlight you did with their child during the booking. And of course, always ask the family to approve the booking and leave you a written review. Make sure you complete the booking within 24 hours. To complete most bookings, you will only need to adjust the start and end times. However, if you are watching a different number of kids throughout the booking, then you will enter the number of hours with each child in the boxes below. You need to make sure that the values entered match up with the total start and end time of the booking. Declining a booking should rarely happen, as it is required of the sitter to take their availability down if they are sick or no longer available when they originally posted hours. We only give excused declines in the case of emergency. This includes sudden illnesses, family emergencies, or a last-minute school event. Emergencies does not include a friend's birthday party that day or getting invited to a last-minute concert. If you must decline, contact your community manager first. Then email the family and CC your community manager. Then go ahead and decline the booking on the website with a comment apologizing for the decline and hoping that you can book again in the future. If you decline a booking without reaching out to your campus manager first, this will issue a warning. It is really simple to stay on top of your availability. Most sitters in our network never have to decline. When adding in availability, you can also add multiple availabilities for one day. For example, 6 a.m. to noon, and again in the evening, 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. You will have 2 availability markings in your calendar on that single day. All of your availability will be shown blue on your calendar once posted. Once you are requested and booked, more colors will be shown, which we will address soon. If you have full day availability listed and you get booked for part of it, the site will automatically adjust your availability to be available a half hour before and a half hour after each booking. For example, if you have 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. listed and get booked 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., the site would show you are available from 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and again 1:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you do not want to work more than once, just take down your hours. Add your availability as far in advance as you can. Many parents have a date they still need filled 1 to 2 months in advance, so you will get booked more often this way. However, the catch is you must ensure that you are free on those dates, even though they are months in advance. You will need to take down hours as things change in your schedule. For example, if you get a text from your friend that they will be in town in a couple weeks to visit, make sure you take down your hours. Get in the habit of checking your CSC availability schedule and taking down hours or adding more. Parents utilize CSC frequently as a last-minute booking service. An example of this is a parent hears late in the evening that grandma is sick and cannot babysit in the morning. Mom will hop on CSC website and book a sitter for the next day. Be prepared to wake up to a last-minute booking. To avoid being requested for a booking that is last minute, simply take down your hours. Last-minute bookings are a great way to pick up last-minute income, so be sure to add hours last minute as your schedule opens up. For example, if you wake up to an email from one of your professors saying your class is canceled, be sure to post hours. You may just get booked and make extra income. With CSC, you must list at least 10 hours of availability per week. Keep the range of your availability hours as long as possible so you can show up in as many parent searches as possible. For example, if you posted hours from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. before class, but a parent searches for a sitter 6:45 to 9, you would not show up as being available on their search and miss out on those hours and income. The same goes for late night bookings. It's better to post availability for 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. instead of 10 p.m. A tip that I like to do for late night hours is encourage the families that you are available for them and that they can stay out later. Bring your homework, because nothing beats paid study time. A parent can book you long-term, which means a reoccurring or consistent booking. We call these LTBs, or long-term bookings. This could be a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or every Tuesday for the rest of the semester gig. A tip to get more bookings is to tell families you babysat for that you're wanting consistent hours, and ask if they would be interested in setting you up long-term. Calendar recap. Stay on top of your availability by posting hours as far in advance as possible. Always get in the habit of checking your availability calendar daily and removing or adding hours as your schedule permits. Decline should rarely happen. If you must decline, make sure to contact your community manager. Email the family with your manager CC'd and then decline the booking on the website. Post 10 hours of availability per week. If you are unable to, just contact your community manager. Be personable in your booking comments and complete bookings within 24 hours. Under your calendar is your earnings section. In this section, we will be going over your sitter earnings, called invoices, how you can view invoices and print them, what fees we have, and mileage. After you have your first booking and complete the hours, you are able to click on your open invoice. This is where you can check that you completed the hours correctly. If you were to notice something incorrect, then you would need to contact your community manager with a booking number and what is needed to be corrected. For example, you may have completed a booking with a start time of 8:30. However, you remembered the parent had contacted you and asked you to come in 15 minutes earlier. You want to be paid for that 15 minutes, so contact the community manager for her to adjust the time to 8:15. Sitter payment is submitted to the bank on the 1st and the 15th of each month. The actual date of the deposit into your account depends on how fast the bank will process the payment. This will take longer over holidays and weekends. Even though the payment is submitted on the 1st and 15th, expect the money to reach your account 4 to 7 business days later. Your total in the earnings section is the total you have made since being with CSC. You are able to open your current and past invoices and print them for your records. Sitters are paid $10.50 to $12 an hour for one child, $11.50 to $13 for two, and $12.50 to $14 an hour for 3 or more children, depending on which community you are working in. If you are unsure of what your rate is, please contact your community manager. Parents are not charged bookings or subscription fees, but are charged a higher hourly rate. The extra money per hour that the parents are charged goes to website maintenance, processing charges, and other expenses of our business. There is a fee for any booking canceled by parents within 48 hours. This cancellation goes to paying you. If a parent cancels on you, put hours back up on your availability calendar so that you have the opportunity to get rebooked. Contact your community manager for cancellation fee amounts in your community. If a parent cancels with you face-to-face or by phone instead of the website, tell your manager when the parent canceled so she can make the necessary changes on your invoice. There will be a $40 fee that will come out of your paycheck for a no-call, no-show. This means you didn't show up to your booking and you didn't let the parent or manager know that you couldn't make it. Failure to respond to bookings or not being able to fulfill an accepted booking may result in a $15 sitter fee. Doing business outside of CSC with a resident family will result in a $100 fee charged to the sitter per family. This means you met a family through CSC and have sat for them and accepted outside payment. If a family offers to pay you directly rather than through CSC, whether that be cash, Venmo, PayPal, you are unable to accept payments as it violates your contract with CSC. However, you are allowed to accept cash tips. It is acceptable to arrange bookings with parents face-to-face or by text, but you must contact your community manager to create a booking on the website for you. Mileage calculation. We encourage families to book sitters who live near them to avoid extra mileage charges. When this is not possible, families will compensate a sitter 50 cents per mile after a 12 to 15 mile radius depending on your community. The first 12 to 50 miles are free to the parents. This means 6 miles to and from your home. An example of this, if you are traveling 20 miles round trip, the website subtracts the 12 miles free, resulting in 8 miles times 50 cents, which would give you $4 for that booking. The website calculates your total miles round trip by the address in your booking information. Remember, most jobs don't pay mileage, so look at this as a perk rather than a necessity. Click on the Community tab at the top of your screen next to the Logout button. Families and sitters can view the page. It looks the same for both parents and sitters. It features the Sitter of the Month, which your community manager will choose based on parent feedback, communication, and how often sitters are working for CSC. The community page lists upcoming holidays and community events, and you can also view your community manager's contact information. Take a moment at this time to view your community manager and save their contact information. Next is our referral reward system. For every 3 sitters you refer to CSC that make it through the interview process and are selected, you will receive a $10 bonus. The website tracks this when the sitter you refer enters your email address when they are signing up on the website. Make sure that they know to enter your email. CSC is notified when you reach your 3 referrals, and $10 will be added to your next paycheck. Representing CSC and yourself. You are self-employed through CSC. This means you are your own business while CSC provides tools for your success. This includes our website, business cards, connecting you with families, technical support, and etc. It is a great resume building experience to show you are self-employed. To gain more bookings, network with your families, ask them if they have friends or family you could get in contact with, or simply leave your business card with them and ask them to give to a family that may want to book with you. Take charge of who you are babysitting for and how often. If you really like a family, tell them and ask them if you would like to set something up long term, or to contact you with their needs, either now or in the future. Just remember, make sure you ask your community manager to create any booking setup outside of the website. If you meet a family who is not a member of CSC, give them your business card and encourage them to sign up and to book with you. When going to your booking, come prepared. Look up fun activities that you and the kiddos can do while you are there. These could be seasonal activities, science experiments, educational games, yard games, scavenger hunts, arts and crafts, dance parties. Be creative and have fun. Be the best sitter you can be. Our slogan is, "We don't sit, we play." So encourage the kids to get away from the screens and find some interactive play. Look up tips and tricks for what parents are looking for in their sitter. After you have accepted the booking, make sure you look up where you're going. Give yourself plenty of time. Take into consideration weather conditions in case you need to make other arrangements. When you show up at the family's home, park on the street if possible so you're not blocking the parents in. Make eye contact with parents and show a personable smile, as this may be their first experience with a sitter or working with CSC. Leave a great first impression. Since families are expecting you, please knock on the door before ringing the doorbell in case kids are napping or dogs start barking. It is your responsibility to ask lots of questions. Some good questions to ask are allergies, especially if you bring your own food, age-appropriate activities, parents' style of parenting, routines, and how to redirect behavior. When should you reach out and check in? When parents are going over routines, stop to clarify any specifics and take notes. Always remember to offer your number before they leave. Make sure you have theirs as well. CSC is a high-quality babysitting service. Stay engaged with the children as this is expected from you, from CSC and our families. Stay off cell phones, but keep it near in case a family needs to reach you. Keep in mind, more and more families have cameras both inside and outside their homes. Be mindful of parents' style of parenting. Is TV okay? Electronics? Is there a time limit? If you are not comfortable with something, let them know and suggest your alternative. Make sure to clean up after yourself and the messes you and the child make during doing something a little extra can stand out to parents and can potentially result in a tip or future bookings. Example: unloading the dishwasher, clearing the sink of dishes, putting shoes in the appropriate area, tidying the living room, and etc. You are not paid to clean additional, so if a parent asks you to do household chores, please let your community manager know. After babysitting, remember, parents like lots of feedback. Make sure you talk about anything and everything that happened during the booking. If everything went well, talk about all the fun things you did with their child. If the child was misbehaving, let their parents know. Children can misconstruct the situation, so be honest. Remember to complete the booking within 24 hours. If you do not complete the booking, you do not get paid. Our Iowa City community has a membership with the Children's Museum located in the Coral Ridge Mall. You must get verbal permission from the parents before you transport their children. When going to the mall, the Children's Museum is located across from the ice skating ring. To get access, you must show a screenshot of the booking or give the founder's phone number. Parents may forget we have this perk, so remember to offer this as an activity. Besides the Children's Museum, there are many free things to do in our community. Look up library schedules, as many of them have free story times, free movies, and etc. Other great things are museums, pumpkin patches, apple orchards, mall play areas, parks. If you find discount days, suggest to the parents a deal and they may be okay paying for such activity. Example, the trampoline park. Reply to any emails and or texts within 48 hours. If you do not respond within 48 hours, you will receive a warning. If we cannot get a hold of you, how can we expect our families to? This next section, we will be going over the paperwork. Please take a moment to print your paperwork so we can go over how to properly complete each form. The first document is your W-9 form. In line 1, complete using your full legal name. This is what you would use on your income tax. Line 2, leave blank. Line 3, check the first box. Line 4, leave blank. Line 5 and 6, use your permanent address. This is where your taxes will be sent. Most sitters like to use their parents' address here. Part 1, fill in your social security number. And Part 2, sign and date the certification. Next, we will be going over your contract with CSC. Where it says ICC, this is referring to you. You are an independent child care contractor. The contract states your responsibilities and ours as a company. CSC is not liable for any damages that you may cause or vice versa. Reminder, you may not receive payment outside of CSC. This is how CSC is reimbursed for our services, as there is no monthly fees or subscriptions. If you receive payment by any other means, you will be charged $100 and could possibly be terminated from CSC services. Please sign and date the contract. Now let's look at your direct deposit form. This form must be completely filled out. At the top, make sure to check Begin Direct Deposit. Where it says depository name, this is the bank credit union name, not your name. With this, we also need a form of verification. This can be a blank check, a copy of your bank verification card, or a printout of proof of your account. If confused about verifying a document, please contact your community manager. The sitter expectation page. Here lists what is expected of you as a sitter for CSC. If any of these expectations are not met, we will be issuing a warning. Please read and initial along the side of each expectation. The next form is our required background check. Before you are able to sit for our families, you must go through a background check. On the name, use your full legal name. Where it has your address, use your current address. This is typically where you are living while in school. The permanent address can be your parents' home address. Please do not send these forms prior to orientation. Bring all filled out documents where we can go over any additional questions. Your last couple slides is where you can meet upper management. Our contact information slide, you can see founder of CSC as well as other active CSC locations.